Hey everyone, today we're going to be replacing an inner tube in a Phil and Ted's jogging stroller. As you can see here, I'm taking a screwdriver and a putty knife and kind of separating the edge of the tire from the wheel. This will help us to be able to get the inner tube out from inside of that tire. The tires are pretty old on this. We've had this for over 10 years now, so they're getting a little frayed. I'm going to put some links in the description down there for new tires, inner tubes, everything that you're going to need for this stroller if you get into this situation. The next step is you got to kind of push the valve stem up into the out of the wheel into the tire, and then the inner tube itself should come out pretty easily. You can see here where I attempted to patch this, but the patch did not work, so I had to buy a new inner tube. These inner tubes do have an angled stem on them, so they can be a little difficult to get them into the hole where they need to come through. I did this video in regular speed. Didn't cut anything out of it, just to show how quickly these can be replaced using this method. So the first thing you want to do is you want to get that stem into the hole. You kind of work your inner tube around up into the tire and kind of inside the groove in the middle of the wheel. You want to be careful not to have creases in the inner tube if possible. Just kind of push it up in there to make sure it's nice and even all the way around. And then you kind of have to use both hands to work that stem down through the hole in the wheel. It can be a little tricky, but if you just kind of stay at it, you can work it down through there. Of course, the wheel likes to spin around while you're working, so that makes it a little tougher. Once you have that in place, again, you want to make sure that the inner tube is pushed up in the tire and outside of the gap between the tire and the wheel. Once you're comfortable that it's all the way in there, you start pushing the tire back around the wheel, and it really should pop in pretty easily. These tires are pretty small, so they're not too difficult, and if you use two hands and go around both sides at the same time, it should go on really easily. Thank you so much for watching.